Yeah, Brother Siddiqui here to build with you once again. Coming out of Kenya at this time. I've been to several events here in Kenya with some Africans from America, and the vibe just is not here for us to. We're not bonding, we're not connecting. We're not collaborating. We're not building a coalition of brothers and sisters coming from a place that we know we have struggled uniting. We can't even come onto the continent and make that happen. We can't build no kind of relationship. We can't build on anything that we're collaborating on. As we all notice, all of us Africans from America, us kidnapped Africans from America, know when brothers and sisters come from the continent to America, they normally go to a community that they can relate to. They have a cohesion there amongst themselves, relatable community. They're building things. They got different restaurants, stores, that they go to, places that they go to congregate. They build, church communities that they have. Sports activity that they have is normally around football, which they call soccer here. What do we have? We always seem to be a people that always want to do things as a solo act. We don't know how to build with each other. We don't know how to relate to each other when it comes to building community. We're not going to win on the continent. I'm going to tell you that right now, because many of our people already have something that they relate to. It's even their tribe, it's even their language, it's even the community that they're from. They have something to relate to. And when we try to force ourselves in there, all we're going to do is get ourselves in a predicament. Try to make people family, and there's a lot of smoke screening going on when that comes up, because many of our people here don't even know our situation and our condition, what we came out of. They don't know the history of actually what we went through. They know about the slave period of time, but they don't know what we went through in America. They see all the glitz and glamour of America and thinking that, I want to go to America. But we know the real deal. So I don't know why we keep trying to force ourselves into a community that we don't even know right now. We're going to do our separate things. We don't want to try to build on anything, I heard there's something coming up soon. But there was something that happened even a couple months ago. Ain't nothing transpired out of that. It's nothing that I know of. Maybe I'm out of the circle. Maybe because I'm too super black. My mentality is like, I'm truly about our people. I'm about building amongst our people, especially us kidnapped Africans, because we have a relatable history and we can relate in conversation. So I would think that I see you see maybe like there's an instant magnet that we can relate to when it comes to an environment, regardless what part of America we come from. We still can relate because we out of the conqueror's land right now. But it's been a struggle for me. I haven't found anybody really to relate to. So I basically have to intermingle with our people here, which that's me naturally anyhow. I'm a people person, so it don't matter where I'm at. I can always relate to someone, relate to our people to a certain extent. But we're coming to a new land here, and our main objective should be about building a tribe here on the continent. Because you must say, here on the African continent, people coming from tribes. That's how many of them relate. They even have a language or tribe that they could relate to, or they straight from the continent. What do we have? We've been stripped of everything, so we have a whole different cultural background where we're trying to immerse ourselves within society, which we don't have no clue about. We try to relate to our people, but that situation is an iffy scenario just as well. You know, I hope nobody who's watching this is from the continent. Don't take it personal, but this is a reality. This is reality for me, and I'm pretty sure it's many of us kidnapped Africans come from America have had the same experience. You can't deny that. You know, we get a reality check with the quickness. How soon are we going to actually start understanding that we are different people? You know, no one can deny that either. People say, oh, well, you black just like us, we're African. Yeah, we are Africans, but we've been stripped of our African identity. We haven't had the pleasure of being on the continent and being able to immerse ourselves into whatever the culture is here, even though a lot of our people here have adopted Africans from America's culture. But in reality, you have something still to fall back on. We don't have nothing to fall back on. All we have is what we have. And then, you know, what we learned, the knowledge that we gained about the continent, the knowledge that we've acquired through some of our leaders who have had the experience of being on the continent or coming back with information to share. But in reality, average brothers and sisters coming out of America, we don't have a clue really about Africa and its conditions. I know our people here have a struggle, and they're in a survival mode. A lot of our people here are in a survival mode, and there's angles that they use to be able to make things happen for them. And sometimes we become part of that angle with that poem for a come up. We need to build a community for ourselves here on the African continent. A united community that can relate to each other, that we can create a safe haven for ourselves and to be like the Indians, the Chinese, the Arabs, you know, and a lot of the white different communities. Like somewhere here in Kenya, I heard there's near Mombasa, there's a whole Italian community that everything is their community. They even want to build an airport, I was told, to fly in direct without even have to land at Jomo Kenyatta Airport. I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, we're gonna keep losing as long as we continue to act like we got solo acts going. We gotta be just like our brothers and sisters who come back to the States. We have to build a community like they do when they come back to the United States. We have to build the same kind of community. The solo act is not going to work. I haven't even tried to build a solo act, be a solo act. I've been trying to find brothers and sisters to relate to. We can't even relate to in conversation. We can't even make phone calls. What's going on? Just communicate. And then when we do, some of them, you know, so some of it is about religion. Myself, I don't embrace any particular religion. I embrace spirituality. I don't know all about African spirituality, but I know about my black love for my people. That's my spirituality right there. The love in which I gave my mother, I like to give to others in a passionate way. But sometimes I get me caught out there. But I have my degree now in dealing with our people here on the continent. My trust isn't like that, like it used to be when I came here 6-7 years ago. Now I understand what the whole process is. Like my brother Matt from Dallas says, you know what I'm saying? You gained your degree, you know? You have your degree, you know what I'm saying? So now you have your master's degree in how to interact with our people here on the continent. Just built different, you know. We can't just be like we have to be like we were or how we are in America. We're just not as open. You just don't get deal with the benefit of the doubt, you know? But you're not so open to expose yourself to people getting over on you. We have to build a community that's going to help sustain other kidnapped Africans return to the continent. We have to build a community. Garvey says that also. He says that, you know, we as a people have to, you know, that's even in America. We have to live, go to school, have our politics. Our community must be in close proximity. We must be, as a people, be in close proximity amongst each other until we expand that community to be larger. We have to do that same thing, brothers and sisters. Us kidnapped Africans from America have to do the same thing. If we don't, it's going to be a nail for us every time. And many of us going to have to run back to the States. You know, but you can't, because you can't endure what you're going to constantly go through here as a solo act. I haven't heard not one successful story of business or an organization here on the continent with us kidnapped Africans. I just wanted to get on here right here to speak on this subject. You know, hit me up if you want to have a live or something of that sort. Just hit me up so I can schedule something. You know, I'm here to build. You know, because of myself, I'm tired of like my brother Bobby Bowtie says. You know, I'm tired of certain kinds of sauces being used on me, you know, when they're making that choice. We have to enlighten each other of different practices that's going on because we continue to be taken advantage of because of this. And how we're going to go to the politicians and the leaders and express to them that we as kidnapped Africans, when we come home, when we don't have nothing collectively together to show them that we have something major to contribute. We have it, but we're trying to do it as an individual. And we're losing. So let's see what happens. Hit me up to see if we can come together, have a live, and have a discussion of how collectively we can make something happen. Doing Garvey, not talking Garvey. Stay strong, stay black, keep it moving. Peace.